So the edX course platform, is it really worth it? Are the edX certificates valuable, or are they a waste of your time and your money? As a disclaimer, this video is not sponsored. As someone who genuinely believes in investing in yourself to stay ahead in your career, I wanted to share my thoughts based on my experience and my research. Stick until the end of this video because I'll share my final verdict and examples of how other people used edX courses to advance their careers. As we get into this, join me in the comments down below. What do you think of the edX certifications and their courses? And if you plan to use edX, what courses do you plan to take? Let me know down below so we can share our thoughts with our community right here. All right, so if you're not familiar with edX, it's an online course platform that's founded by Harvard and MIT. edX partners with the world's most prestigious universities like Harvard, MIT, and UC Berkeley, just to name a few, and also big name organizations like IBM and Microsoft. And they provide online courses which are accessible to anyone across the world. Just to give you a snapshot, this is a list of the different schools and organizations which edX partners with. Through edX, you can take university level courses and professional certificates in a wide variety of subjects, such as computer science, software engineering, cybersecurity, data analytics, business, and leadership, just to name a few. You can even pursue boot camps, micromaster's programs, executive education, and even full-fledged degrees that are completely online. So all you'll need is your laptop, a stable internet connection, and you're good to go. Now, it's worth mentioning that the majority of edX courses are completely free to access and audit, but you can choose to pay for a verified certificate track that has graded assignments and feedback and the opportunity to work towards that certificate for a fee. Now, with that said, let's talk about a few reasons why taking a course or a certificate from edX would be worth it. Now, the first reason is that you're given access to top-tiered Ivy League university courses and certificate programs. And with that comes the brand recognition that you can associate yourself with on your resume and your LinkedIn profile. While this physical certificate piece of paper that you get may not hold a bunch of weight, the university or the company that it's affiliated with, that in of itself may increase your brand recognition because it just honestly sounds impressive, right? I do want to mention that you can take many of edX courses for free just by auditing them. If you decide to pursue the certificate track and you upgrade from the free option, then being able to put the words Harvard, MIT, or Stanford, for example, on your resume is a major brand booster. It sounds good, right? Having that certificate showcases that you've gone through the rigor, the hard work from one of the most prestigious universities in the entire country. So why not take credit for your work and get that certificate? In the world that we live in today, I'm so incredibly grateful that we have access to that level of knowledge. We can learn without paying thousands of dollars and still get a certificate from a well-known university. For example, if you wanted to develop your skills in leadership, you could take Harvard University Leadership Certificate Program for a little less than $400 at the time of this recording. If you wanted to get your feet wet with computer science, you could pursue a professional certificate in web programming, also from Harvard University. And in case you're interested, I'll include a few links to popular edX courses for you to check out in the description bar below. Now, something I do want to address is this question. Will finishing a certificate, for example, on data science from Harvard, automatically 100% land you a job? Maybe not. Not everything in life is truly 100% guaranteed. If it was, my mom would have already won the lottery. She pays for tickets almost every month and still hasn't won. But side note here, anyways, here's what I can tell you. You're going to gain a ton of skills by doing their in-class assignments, the projects, and getting the in-class feedback and the communication with other people that's in the same class as you. Plus, you can network with other people that are in other industries and start to build your connections slowly but gradually over time. If there's anything that you take away from this video, I want you to be aware that having a certificate, it's not going to be life-changing on its own. Yeah, it's going to show that you finished the course in a program from, let's say, Harvard, but it isn't going to be the one reason that you get a job. I say that it can help give you a slight edge depending on the role you're applying for. But again, it's not going to be the sole reason that you're going to get the job. And this goes for any certification that's out there. With that said, here's my advice. Don't waste your money or your time on anything that the average person wouldn't recognize. For example, Harvard University just sounds impressive and it may catch the eyes of the recruiter. In today's job market, you literally need everything you can to have that hidden ace that's up your sleeve to stand out from a crowd of other people. By the way, if you're getting value out of this video, do me a favor and smash that like button. It shows me your support and it always inspires me to keep creating high quality content just like this. So the second reason that an edX certificate may be worth it is that you're not just getting a certificate, you're getting more access to features of that course, such as graded assignments, feedback, and the opportunity to chat and network with other individuals who are taking the same class as you. When you're paying at least a couple $100s for a certificate program, it usually means that other people will be as invested into the program as you are. So you're more likely to get honest feedback about in-class assignments, projects, and you'll probably build industry connections that you wouldn't otherwise get. And for certain courses, some skills are harder to learn. So when you pay for that certificate, you're also getting access to more of the exams and the graded assignments. That kind of feedback is so invaluable to see if you're making progress or you're just watching the videos and not really taking any action on them. I've taken hundreds or even dozens of courses online, and here's my perspective. If you're paying for an edX certificate just to get a certificate piece of paper, then it definitely would not be worth the price. But if you're buying it because of what you're learning, the skills you're leveling up, the brand recognition from the university or the company that you can add on to your resume, and the opportunity for more networking, then it may be worth the price for you. Now, the third reason is that paying for an edX certificate is worth it, is that it's an investment into yourself. Could you take the class completely for free? Yeah, of course you could. You could audit all of the different lessons. But you know what? Do you think that you'll still prioritize taking the lessons, watching the videos, doing all the homework and the reading if you're not 100% invested into it? From my experience, it was only the courses that I had to actually pay money for out of my pocket that I took it seriously. Have you ever heard the saying that I paid for this, so I might as well get my money's worth? Well, it's so true. Think of the money as an investment against your time. Because you're invested into the program, it pushes you to finish it out and to squeeze everything you can out of that course. So here's my advice to you. If the course that you want to take is something that you're only quote unquote interested in, but it's not something that you're serious about, then go ahead and just take the free option. But on the other hand, if you're truly serious about it with your career and you want to showcase it on your resume and your LinkedIn profile, then upgrade from the free option and invest into the edX certificate. Now, sharing my feedback and all of my advice wouldn't really have much weight if I couldn't share with you actual stories of people who successfully used edX to grow and launch their careers. Luckily, edX has a list of close to 100 students who completed their certificate programs. I wanted to share a few of those testimonials with you because it honestly is so inspiring to hear their journey. If you'd like to read more about them, then you can check it out in the description bar down below. So the first story that I want to share with you is from Jessica, who is a chemical engineer from Switzerland. She wanted to switch fields and land a job in manufacturing. So she completed the Lean Six Sigma Yellow Belt certificate from TUMX. Using the skills that she learned, she was able to answer all the Six Sigma technical questions during her interview. And eventually, she landed a new job at a major chemical company. Pretty incredible, right? Now, the second story that I want to share with you is from Maggie, who had a degree in social work, but she was laid off during the pandemic. She first enrolled in Harvard X's justice course to broaden her horizons and to think about opportunities that she hadn't even considered before. She was eventually hired for a role as a recruiter at Amazon. Impressive, right? She also took the Lean Six Sigma Yellow Belt certificate program and was able to get promoted from a contractor to a full-time employee. Maggie's story just shows us how you can pivot careers and open yourself to new opportunities by learning skills from edX. And the third story that I want to share with you is from Akshay. He took edX's Introduction to Computer Science and Programming using Python, taught by MIT, and eventually several computer science courses offered by Harvard. As Akshay says it in his interview, all of edX courses played a huge part in him that finally landed a software engineering job at Microsoft. Yep, you heard that right, at the Microsoft. So hopefully, all these success stories show you what's possible when you invest into yourself and you use edX to learn skills that can help you grow and advance your career. With that said, let me share with you the most obvious con with using edX. As is the case with any course that you take from any university or online platform, all courses on edX will not have the same level of quality and the level of assignments as each other. And that's why it's important for you to do your research first. Please do your research first before you invest into a certificate program. Now for my final verdict, is edX worth it for growing in your career? Give me a drum roll, please. I give edX a solid A because of the access that you gain to so many prestigious Ivy League universities and world-renowned companies like Microsoft and IBM. For a fraction of the cost that you pay for courses from an Ivy League university, you can have a certificate, increase your brand recognition, and still learn skills to stay competitive in today's job market. If you're scared of the investment, then audit the course first with the free option. And if you decide to, and you're serious about it, and you know that you'll be involved with the course curriculum, doing all the tests, the reading, watching the videos, doing the homework, and all the projects, then it might be worth the investment for you. If you have to put in the blood, the sweat, and the tears into learning these skills, then why not take credit for your work and earn that certificate like a badge of honor? Now, I've researched many of the courses from edX, and I've made my top list of the ones that can help you grow and accelerate your career. Please watch this video next to find out my list of these edX's top courses, and I'll see you in the next video.